Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you all are doing well. So in today's video, we will join Windows 10 machines to the domain. Okay. And for that purpose, we need to at least start two machines here. One machine is going to be client and the other machine will be your domain controller, because without domain controller, your machines won't be able to see this domain controller and its services. Fine. So now, first of all, I'm going to change the memory from 8 GB to 4 GB. Okay, and processor also, number of cores per processor, I will choose 1. Okay, fine. For the domain controller also, I'm going to make the same thing. Memory will be 4 GB and the processor, I will decrease the number of cores per processor to 1. Okay, that's it. Now just start both of the machines. So first of all, I'm going to start our domain controller, and second we will start our client 1 or test 1 machine. Okay, fine. Go to the test 1 and you can see this is our Windows 10 machine, the first machine, and the password for user 1 is capital PASSWORD 123. Okay, this is the password what we choose. So log in, and before joining this machine to the domain controller or to the domain, first of all we need to configure the basic settings. Same like in the domain controller, what we did, we go to the settings. So first of all, just check out the time zone and make sure your time zone for both of these machines, like your domain controller and your client machine, timings are same. So I'm going to log in with administrator. The password is capital PASSWORD1 @ Okay, now you can see the time here is 10:14 a.m. and we should also see the same time in our Windows 10 machine, 10:14 a.m. That means this is perfectly fine. We don't need to change it. If you change the time zone in domain controller according to where you are, make sure you also make this setting here. Fine. So this was the first thing. Second thing, you need to change the computer name. So go to the home and just search here computer name. Okay, and the very first option, view your PC name, just click on it and it will open this window where you can see you can rename the name of this PC. So I'm gonna give it a name like client 1. Fine. Next, and I will restart the machine later. So you can see up to now it does not change the computer name, but once you restart the machine, it will take this one, client 1. Fine. This was the second thing. Now the third thing is disabling the firewall. So let's search here Windows security settings. Okay, and let's just go to the firewalls and network protection. Fine, and just disable all of these firewalls. So domain firewall, yes. The second one is gonna be your private network firewall, make it also okay, off. And last one, public network, turn off this one also. Fine. Back. Okay, now let's go to the virus and threat protection. Here if you go to manage settings, you will see real-time protection is on, cloud delivered protection is on, and automatic sample submission is also on. So I don't want these settings to be turned off because we already configured the group policy so that the Windows Defender firewall and real-time protection will be turned off automatically when we join the domain. So leave these settings like that. Okay, next setting will be your network setting. So just click on this right hand bottom corner, you will see the network icon. Okay, click on that and go to the network and internet settings. Click on this and it will show you one option here, Ethernet. Just click on that, and here in the left side you will find here related settings, and the first option will be change adapter option. Just click on that and you can see the network adapter is here. Just double click on it, go to the details, and here you can see the IP address of this machine, which is test1 or client1, 192.168.115.131. This is in my case. In your case, maybe the network address is different. Maybe it is 192.168 100 dot something. So don't worry about it. Just follow what your network is. Okay. You can see the DNS server IP address is configured by the DHCP server running on VMware Workstation. But because we will join the domain that we configure on our domain controller, and we will follow the DNS of that domain controller, our domain DNS server. Okay, so we need to change this setting. Otherwise, when you try to join your machine to the domain controller, it will not find your domain. Okay, so just close it, go to the properties, go to the IPv4 settings and leave it automatic. Just go to this option, use the following DNS server address 192.168.115.130. This is the IP address of our domain controller, and our domain controller is also now the DNS server. So we must put this IP in this machine. Okay, make it okay. Okay, done. Fine. And now we need to restart the machine so that our computer name will take effect. Fine. So just go to power and restart. One more thing, if you go to your domain controller and if you go to the tools, users and computers, in computers, you will not find here any computer. Okay, because up to now, we did not join any machine to this domain. So back to the test1 machine. Fine. Capital PASSWORD123 is the password for user 1. And now we will join the domain. Just search here domain, and the very first option here, access work or school, click on it. And here we can connect this machine to the domain. So once you click on that plus icon, this one, it will open this screen for Microsoft account. Although we will not log in from the Microsoft account, we will join the domain. So instead of typing here email address, we will use this option, join this device to a local Active Directory domain. Click on that. It will ask the domain name. So our domain name is test.xor. Next. And here I will provide the username administrator of my domain controller, and the password for this administrator user is capital PASSWORD1 @ okay, with administrator user of domain controller. Okay, so here I'm just going to choose the account type administrator and next. Fine, so restart now. Okay, so if we go back to our domain controller and just refresh, you can see client 1 is now appear because now this workstation client 1 is in the domain. Okay, similarly we will do it for test2 machine. So before doing that, before jumping to the test2 machine, we must finish all the configuration here in test1. So again, I'm going to log in with administrator account, and this administrator account is basically our domain controller administrator account. You see here test is the domain name, and this is the username administrator of domain controller. Fine. So same password, capital PASSWORD1 @ like this, enter. Okay, so let's see. If we just go to the settings, okay, and we can write here computer name, view your computer name. So you can see our computer name is client1, and now the full name, fully qualified domain name fqdn is client1.test.xor. Now the most important part here is if I go to edit users, okay, so you can go to edit users from here, or you can go to the same place by accessing your file explorer and right click on this PC, go to manage, and you can go to local users and groups. Okay, so these are the local users, administrator and user1. User1 is active user which we created at the time of installation of Windows 10. Administrators by default inactive. So if you want to active this user, you can just right click, go to set password, proceed, and I'm gonna give it password same like user1, capital PASSWORD 1 2 3, and capital PASSWORD 1 2 3. Okay, and this is the very common mistake in the environments done by support, technical support, or help desk or administrators. They give the same password to different users. Okay, so just set it. Okay, and double click on the administrator and just uncheck this account is disabled. If you uncheck it, the account will be enabled. So if I apply, make it okay, and you can see the down arrow is gone and now the administrator is active. Now if I go to the groups, so you can see these are the groups. If I click on administrators, double click, so you can see these users are the member of administrators group. So whatever user, if you want to provide any user administrative privileges, you just put that user into this group. So once the user is a member of administrators group, he will get all the privileges as administrator. Fine. So here we have administrator, test domain admin, and user1. Fine. Now we need to add domain users here. So first of all, just click on add, and you can see here, this is the domain name test.xor. If you want to choose or search local users, you can choose your local machine. Now, if I type here Nobita, because Nobita, we created this user on the Active Directory domain controller. Okay, if I say check name, so it's saying, okay, Nobita is not there. Okay, an object named Nobita cannot be found. Why? Because we are searching it in the local machine, but Nobita is not the local user. Fine. So because the Nobita is in the Active Directory, so we can choose like this. Okay, choose your Active Directory. Then if I now try to check name of Nobita, you can see it's auto completed, and that means your machine is communicating with the domain controller and it's fetching the information from the domain. Okay, domain controller server. Now just add this user in the administrators group. Fine. So Nobita is the administrator user for this machine also, because we put Nobita into the administrators group. Fine. Of this local machine, not on the domain controller, because if I go to the domain controller, let me show you, do not confuse in that. So if I go to administrators group, sorry, member of, so you can see Nobita is not here because we put the Nobita into the administrators group of this local machine. Okay, apply. Okay, done. Just close this one. And now we need to check out the network discovery. We need to check whether this machine can access the share or not. So just click on network and you can see DC01 appear, And if I double click, our share is also appear. That means the share we created in the previous video on the domain controller, that is also accessible from it. One more thing, if accidentally you did not turn off the firewalls and you click on network, maybe you do not find this DC01 and you won't be able to access the share what you created on domain controller. In that case, you will see here just below this address bar, you will see here a yellow strip where it will say, okay, the network discovery is not on. So just click on it to make it turn on. So once the network discovery is enabled, you will be able to see or access the share. Fine. So this is another thing. Now, one last thing we need to do, but we will do it as the local user. So I'm just gonna sign out from this user because we logged in as domain controller administrator. Now we need to log in as a local user. So you can see sign in to test. If you see here test, that means whatever user you will type here, that will be the user of domain controller. So the machine will look at the domain controller for authentication. So make sure if you want to log in as local user, you need to write here dot slash and write here username. So the username was user1 and the password is capital PASSWORD123. You can see here now the name is changed and it's showing client1. That means you are trying to log in as local user. Fine. So one last thing here, to just access the share again and again, we need to go here or type the path of the share. Instead of that, we can map the share drive. So for that purpose, just go to this PC and go to computer, go to map network drive. Okay, and here you need to provide the complete path. So // DC01 / my share. This was our share, right? What we created. And just make sure this box is check, reconnect at sign in, and also connect using different credentials. Both box are checked. Next, it will ask you the username and password. So we will again log in with the administrator because it's asking for the domain user. So I'm gonna log in as administrator. Sorry. Okay. If I write here, let's say /, you can see it will be the local user. Okay. But we are login as administrator user of our domain controller. Now here I'm gonna put the password capital PASSWORD1 @. This is password1 @. Okay. Remember my credentials and okay. Now you can see this drive is open. That's it. Now one last thing. After making these changes, just make sure you take a snapshot. So just go to the snapshot manager and go to take snapshot like this, snapshot 1. And if you want to change the name, you can change the name so that it will easy for you to understand this snapshot you did at what point in time. You can also put the description here and take the snapshot. Okay. This is important because in future, if you want to come back to the initial configuration, so you can just click on it and click on go to. So you will always be here in with these settings what we did. Fine. So just close this and let's try to check out if we can log in with domain user Nobita or not. So sign out. And let's go to the other user. You can see test. That means we can log in with the domain user Nobita, and The password was capital PASSWORD1. Hit enter. Okay, congratulations. So you logged in as a domain user Nobita. Fine. Now I'm going to shut down this machine. We don't need that now because we already did all of the settings. So just shut this down. Okay, back to the test 2. Here I also want to tune the resources, like go to the memory and make it 4 GB. Processors, I want to decrease the cores per processor 1. Okay. And let me see if this one is shut down or not. So just wait a moment so that this machine completely shut down. Okay, now this machine test 1 is shut down. Go to the test 2 and just turn this machine on. Okay, the same setting and same configuration we will do on this machine too. Fine. So if we go back to the DC01 and go to the computers, you can see there is only client 1 up to now. So we will join this second machine also into the domain. Fine. User 2 capital PASSWORD123 is the password. Okay, and we will start from the same point. So before starting anything, again, I would recommend you, if you want to take snapshot at this point in time where the machine is fresh installed. Okay, so you can just go and take the snapshot, or if you want to take snapshot after you make basic settings and join the domain, you can do it as you want. But do not take too many snapshots. Okay, fine. So we will start from the same point. First thing first, which is go to the settings, go to the time and language. Make sure your time zone is same as DC01 and also the timing is same. So 10:44, come to the DC 10:44. That means that's perfectly fine. Okay. Second thing, you can search here computer. Okay, view your PC name, and here just rename the PC, and this time we will give it a name like client 2. Okay, next, and I will restart later. Okay, the second thing we would do is Windows security settings, and go to the firewall and network protection. Fine. Same thing. Click on domain network, turn off the firewall, go back, click on private network, turn off, yes, back, and public network, turn off, and go back. Fine. And virus and threat protection, we will not touch this because once we join the domain, it will be automatically turned off because of the group policy we configured. Fine. The last thing, we will change the DNS server IP address. So just click on this, your network icon, and go to the network and internet setting and go to Ethernet, change it after options, double click, details. This is 132. The first machine was 131 or 132. I'm not sure. So make sure both of your machine have different IP addresses. Okay. So for now, I'm going to see my DNS server's IP address. I will change it. Go to properties and go to double click on IPv4. Use this setting. Use the following DNS server IP address 192.168.115.130, and okay, close, and we will restart the machine. Okay. Okay, so let's log in as user 2. User 2 is the local administrator account on this machine, client 2. PASSWORD123. Okay, and the first thing we will do is joining this machine to the domain. So just search domain, access work or school. Okay, connect. Okay, join this device to local Active Directory domain, and here the domain name is test.xr. Next, and we will join it with the administrator user of domain controller, administrator. Okay, password was capital PASSWORD1 @ fine. Okay, user type, I will keep it administrator. Next, restart now. Okay, now let's log in with administrator account of domain controller or domain. You can see test is here. I already described that. Okay, so we are logged in, and similarly, if I just open this and right click on this PC, go to properties, you can see the device name is client2, full name, fully qualified domain name is client2.test.xor. Okay, that means this machine is successfully joined to the domain. If we go to our domain controller, okay, so if you just refresh it, click on computer, refresh, you can see client 1 and client 2. Now both machines are showing here. Go back to the test 2, close this. Okay, so first thing I would like to see whether the network discovery is on or not. So just click on this network and you can see network discovery is on. That's why we can see here domain controller. If I go to domain controller, we can see these are the shares. My share, what we created, netlogon and sysvol, these are the two default share created by domain Active Directory services. Okay, so that's perfectly fine. If you see here, once you click on network, if you see here a warning, so just click on that and it will enable the network discovery, or you can right click and choose the option. Fine. Okay, now the second thing what we do is right click on this PC, go to manage, or you can write here edit users and groups. Like this, you can write just edit group, it will give you this option. So eventually you will come here, and you can also do it by just right clicking and go to the manage. Right click on this PC and go to manage. Fine, go to the local users and group, and okay, users, user 2 is only the active user, administrator is inactive. So just double click on it and uncheck account is disabled. Okay, the password does not meet the password policy requirements. Check the minimum password length, password complexity, and password history requirement. So once you join the domain, because domain have some default policies that are enforced on every client machine. Okay, so without meeting these requirement, password requirement, we cannot active this user. So just close it. First of all, right click, set the password, process PASSWORD123. P is capital. capital PASSWORD 123. Okay, now the password is set. Just double click on it. Account is disabled, uncheck that, apply, okay. Now the administrator account is also active. Now go to the group and go to the administrators group. And here, same like before, you can see test2 and administrator. These two users are local user. Those are the member of administrators group. And there are two more. One is domain admins. Domain admins is also group, but that belongs to the domain. And this administrator user of domain controller is also in the administrators group. Now we need to add here users. So first of all, I'm going to add Shizuka. Check name, autocomplete, okay. And I also want to add here Nobita. This is also the common mistake. Okay, just consider here that Nobita work on this PC before, and now Nobita has another PC allotted, or he just changed the department, okay. Because of the job rotation policy of the organization, he has to switch to the different department. But in his PC, what he was accessing before, he had his user, okay. So same like that. Now let's suppose now Shizuka user is using this PC, but before Nobita was using this PC. Now Nobita is switched to the different department, but his user still exists in this PC, fine, as administrator. So that's what the case here we will see. Okay, just apply it. Okay, fine. That's it. Close it and close this also, and just sign out. And we will log in from the user2 account one last time as local user. And we just map the drive, okay. So just click on this, go to this PC, computer, map network drive, and we need to specify the path dc01 / my share, okay. Make sure both of these boxes are checked, finish, and we will say, okay, administrator is the user, and this administrator user belongs to domain, okay, not the local administrator, and its password is different from the local administrator user. Capital PASSWORD1 @. Make sure you write down all the passwords somewhere so you are not confused and you do not forget, okay. Remember, okay, that's it. If I come back here, you can see network drive is attached. Just close it. Everything is done. Okay, so that's it for this video. We have configured everything. The lab is set up already. In the next video, we will start up the Kali machine and we will talk about the very first vulnerability within the Active Directory environment. Fine. So that's it for this video. I will see you in the next video. Bye.